off to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Texas A&M going up tempo. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown Aggies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They strike first in that opening drive of the season. Could not have gone better.
Our offensive coordinator scored the first 18 to 15 plays. Who needs it? Forget that. Just come out and score right away. First possession, you put points on the board. You create some momentum for this offense and for this season.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick completion to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Trying the left side. Hard running there. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Vols look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Hope. Safe completion on the screen. Past the 30. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers in green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Texas A&M going quickly. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the poll. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. We've got to force that. We've got to get lined up. We've got to communicate.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Reads it perfectly. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch. Swarming to the ball. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He wants to change this route. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll lose the change. It's at the 21. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throws and fires complete to the right.
That's evolved so much, right? You see them move all
folks, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Got room at the 35. Spin, still running.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back in the 45.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, it's Hope. Back open in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put him in position to pick up a first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. He leaves it with his back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs failing. You just can't do it better.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. He'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They're blocking at the 18. Texas A&M going up tempo. The pull and throw off the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Volunteers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass, it's Hope. Pressure coming. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and look to play another down.
The Vols are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. He's got it. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Volunteers are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Scanning the field. It's Hope. He's got him. Gets his way for more. Snowed under by the defense.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Give me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
The run from the shotgun. They almost got a first down there. Stop the yard short. It'll be 3rd down. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man to the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. used the play fake. Now to throw. Easy completion on the shuffle. Makes a man miss. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They able to make the stop, and they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch up to speed. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Hope. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Corner's going to give them room. The give to the tailback. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Lost a throw on 1st down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play. Instead, they're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch. Let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys move the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
The 12th man, one and standing at the ready. They Looking to throw, it's Hope. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You got to love that run defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Texas A&M going quickly. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
To the air. It's Hope. Makes the grab down the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score. But you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. To the air, it's Hope. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The give on the inside.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. A straight downfield. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
That just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
It's complete on the right side. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to pass. It's Hope. Buys a little time. He'll get rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Hunt is on its way. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
The RPO fired quickly to the left. Ball down. They'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Complete downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Under fire. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Wants to fire on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll move the tight end. They'll ride the hot hand. Fighting off the defender. And runs through another guy. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Music note.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll send the tight end in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Acho. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Looking to throw. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Dropping back, it's Hope. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Vols.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Colorado is taking on the form of its beloved Ralphie. They are running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Clemson. We'll circle.
He's looking to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And he fires. fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man. It's Hope. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 30. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Tennessee. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. He can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because they'll make it happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive in their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice move there. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Hope. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen passes. It just never developed.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point in the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Snags it quickly on the left. Still on the upper 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Texas A&M going quickly. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Going to the ground. Running to Green. Running it on. Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure.
And into the end zone. And he launches it for the score. Touchdown, Aggie!
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than they performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Volunteers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Hope. Snagged out of the air. Oh, what a move to get open. Oh, he found a space on the right. He's at the tip, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throwing that touchdown pass.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up 14 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
He's going for the big play.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to it. Breaks into the open. The 30, the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown ball. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Texas A&M going up tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense. To the air. It's Hope. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Up-tempo for the offense. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no pass rush. Gets there, gets home, gets it down at the 23.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Aggie. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this has been the
justify that last pick six, David?
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play, just to execute the offense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
To the air, it's Hope. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they're after him. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There he goes. Lowers those pads. Just shedding tackles. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's the fabulous part of it. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but not.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Now they'll run the draw. Got enough for the first down and wants more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That will put the wrap on things.